Hey guys, this is Comics G-Man, and listen, before you get pissed off because of whatever thumbnail I'm going to use to get your attention, and what you may assume that this video is going to be all about when you see all of these different, Mary Janes and Gwen Stacy's surrounding this video, before you get pissed off and shut this off or comment and type your angry words at, oh, this, that, and whatever you may feel at the moment, this is not what you think it's going to be. This is actually going to be about a funny-ass conversation that I had at work today. I'm not going to name names, obviously, but I want to share with you this conversation. And obviously it has to do with these women. And I think you'd find it very interesting what people are saying about certain things. And I just think it was really funny. I wanted to have this for the channel. So if you actually manage to not get triggered by whatever thumbnail I've made and what the premise of this video may be, stay tuned and find out what I have to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so in all seriousness, this is not going to be one of those videos about, oh my god, who's hotter, Kirsten Dunst, Zendaya, Emma Stone, or even that one chick who played Gwen Stacy in the 2007 movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be lowering my channel to that kind of a conversation. But before I get into what I really want to get into, I have to tell you first, for the context, what happened at work. So I'm talking with the guys and stuff. And, everybody's laughing that I'm the only dude who doesn't like the Spider-Man Brand New Day. And it's all in good fun, though. Like, they're like, I can't believe you don't like the movie. And, one of the other guys are like, it's okay, bro. It's okay, man. You could feel how you feel about it. And I'm like, we're like laughing. I mean, it's a joke. Like, we're laughing about it. I'm like, yeah, man, I've accepted that I'm like the only dude in the world who feels like this. No, I mean, I actually learned in the comments section in my videos that there's plenty of you on my channel who feel the same way. So thank you guys again for that support. And also, no shit on those who disagreed. You guys have a right to like the movie. But thanks again to those of you who felt the same way that I did, to showing yourselves a little bit and helping me out with that. But yeah, anyway, the conversation kind of went like this. I'm not sure how I should say it. Let me just make up names just to make it like, so I have to keep saying this guy said and that guy said. Let's say there's John, Andrew, and it was just the three of us, right? And then there were a couple of the girls. All right, so I'm just going to use Peter and Andrew's name and Tom. So like a Tom Holland, a Peter Parker, and an Andrew Garfield, right? Like we'll just make pretend that the people I talk to, I'm going to use these names instead. So one guy who is more like a Tom Holland fan, then the other guy who is more of a Peter Parker fan, and then there's me who has still, I love Tobey Maguire. Like, I'm not saying I don't. I grew up with him. He was my first superhero. I fucking love Tobey Maguire. I got a fucking statue of him. I mean, not a fucking huge thing, but like a little thing. But I have grown over the years to really like Andrew Garfield's version because, like, it's just different. And it's like, I kind of like the attitude of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. So I guess in this debate, I was the Andrew guy. But not really, though, because I like both. But I don't like Tom. You all know that. But anyway, so let's say Tom's talking, right? He starts the conversation. Tom says, all right, guys, so, like, what is your favorite Spider-Man? Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Peter says, oh, obviously, dude, like, I'm going to have to say Tobey Maguire, bro. Like, I fucking love Tobey Maguire to this day. That wasn't me who said it. It was Peter, right? And I say to Peter and to Tom, I say, guys, I'm with Peter, bro. Like, I would say, like, Tobey Maguire because I grew up with him. And the childhood and the nostalgia is backing him up. But honestly, I'm going to have to say I'm an Andrew guy now because I like the way Andrew handles the ladies. And without even letting me finish, right? Without even letting me finish why I like Andrew Garfield, Tom interrupts me and he's like, "Are you fucking crazy?" Like, I mean, like, not in a joking way. Like, we always like jerk each other off and fuck around, not literally. Like, you know, we joke around and stuff about stuff. But like, this was like, it was like I fucking pulled a nerve. Like, I touched a nerve. Like, it was like saying something blasphemous, right? Like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, really loud, like for the whole fucking store to hear. And even Peter, the guy who said that he liked the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, he kind of looked at me like, it's not that big of a deal, you know? And it was like, I was like, dude, what's the problem, bro? It's like, I'm not saying like you have to like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 2, but I'm just saying like, it's just my opinion. But it didn't get like serious or anything. Like when I said that, he kind of just got quiet. So then we started talking about like Mary Jane and Zendaya and Kirsten Dunst. And this is where it gets interesting, guys, actually. So Tom, the guy who likes the Tom Holland Spider-Man, he thinks he's the superior version, and that's fine. He could feel that way. But he said, the Tobey Maguire movies were catastrophic. I have my problems with that. I have problems with the Tobey Maguire movies. And Peter, he didn't want to, like, he didn't say anything. And I was like, okay, Tom. Well, no, I didn't say it like I said, wait, Tom, like, what were the problems that you had with the Tobey Maguire movies? I'm genuinely curious, like, what problems you had. And Tom is, like, older than us, you know? Like, so I was curious to know, like, he was probably, like, maybe, he was a younger dude, like, maybe our age when the Tobey Maguire movie came out. So I was curious, like, you know, for historical reasons and all that. Like, all right, man, so what were your problems with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie? Do you know what his problem was with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie? Kirsten Dunst. And not because of, like, no acting criticisms, right? He said, Kirsten Dunst is fucking ugly. I'm not joking, bro. I mean, maybe some of you think Kirsten Dunst is ugly. But even Peter, the guy who liked Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, he looked at me like, the fuck, dude? Kirsten Dunst? Ugly? I mean, we've conceded that, yeah, she's not like the hottest babe in like superhero movies, but she is not ugly. Do you guys think that Kirsten Dunst is ugly? Right? Like, and then Tom went on to say, and she's not like the comics. So for those of us at the time that were reading the comic books, it was a major fucking insult to us that they chose Kirsten Dunst, this white trash, ugly, drug-addled looking, disgusting thing as Mary Jane. And I was like, damn, dude, we really hit a nerve here, bro. Like, I mean, I thought I get fucking crazy with some of my criticisms, and I get nihilistic with my, you know, some of my negative commentary and criticisms. But like, this was like a whole new level. And even Peter was like looking at me like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I never once thought this way. And Tom went on. He said he elaborated, I guess, if you want to call it elaborating. And he said, she doesn't look anything like Mary Jane, and she's nothing like her at all. And it's like, okay, I mean, I guess you could say you could find better redheads. Like, you know what I said? I interjected. I says, well, no, I mean, I could get that feeling because, you know, the girl who played Jean in the new Brand New Day movie, what's her name? Sadie something. I said, like, dude, like, I think she probably would make a better looking Mary Jane. Like, she looks a lot like her, you know, but I don't see how Kirsten Dunst is a terrible pick. I don't think she's ugly. I don't think she's like the most drop dead gorgeous diva that's around. But I honestly, dude, like for Tobey Maguire, I thought Kirsten Dunst was a pretty good match. Like, they look good together. Like, I have the picture right here for you. Do they look like a bad match? Right? Like, they look like, it looks right. It makes sense to me. So Tom goes on, and what does Tom say? he says, no, I like Zendaya. You know, Zendaya is the best Mary Jane we're ever going to have. And me and Peter looked at each other like, wait a minute. Okay, so you're shitting on Mary Jane Kirsten Dunst because you're saying that she looks nothing like the Mary Jane in the comics somehow, and she's ugly and she's terrible and she's this white trash piece of crap, right? But then on the other hand, you're saying that Zendaya is the perfect Mary Jane that we're ever gonna have, and she's beautiful and she's hot. He went on to say, yeah, man, she's as hot. She's hotter than Halle Berry. And I was like, what? Halle Berry, bro, she's like a grown ass woman. She's been a grown ass woman. Like even when she was super young, she looked like a grown ass woman, bro. Like Halle Berry is like fully developed, bro, and she's a good actress. She's a good actress. I mean, Zendaya, I'm sorry, I know everyone loves her, but I have not seen any range of acting skills on Zendaya's part. And I'm not saying it's totally her fault. I'm saying the trends and the way Hollywood directs her, they only give her like one dimension. Like, I don't think they let her do more than she could do. That's just how I feel. Like, I got no shade on Zendaya's like physical looks or anything at all. Like, she's fine. She's very tall too, compared to Tom Holland when you see them in real life. So like she's like she is very. I'm not disagreeing that she's hot in her own way, that she's very pretty. She's very she seems very nice, you know. But when he said Halle Berry, I'm like, bro, Halle Berry is like goddess level hot. I mean, you know, beauty is subjective. I know we could argue this all day. That somebody might look at Zendaya as this sexual goddess who should be like Calypso in the Odyssey, right? But I mean, frankly, Halle Berry has all the physical attributes for Calypso, like Charlize Theron or the chick who played Calypso in the Odyssey. And no, I'm not bringing up Calypso because I'm not mistaking that. Who I know Zendaya played Athena, but I'm saying like Halle Berry is so sexy that she could play like a role like Calypso. You know what I'm saying? Like a sex goddess. Zendaya's Athena, and a very watered down Athena at that. Sorry. She's Athena because Athena's not really about sexual appeal. I mean, she's sexy in like the paintings and the statues and all of that. But the overall like theme of what Athena is supposed to be isn't about sex. So it's not as important to make her like a sex symbol, you know. But like the fact that Tom was trying to convince us that Zendaya, and you know what he said? Another strange comment. I said Zendaya's nothing like Halle Berry, and second of all, Halle Berry actually has some acting skills. Like, she made some good movies. And if you don't agree with me, look up the movie Monster Ball with what's that guy's name? Well, Heath Ledger was in that, and he spoiler, Heath Ledger, the character he played in Monster Ball, he fucking kills himself by shooting a shotgun into his chest. You know, like some crazy stuff. Great movie. My grandpa loves that one too. And Halle Berry is like a sex bomb in that, bro. Like, she fucks the main guy in that, the father of Heath Ledger in the movie. So yeah, dude, like, I haven't seen anything like that from Zendaya. So anyway, I'm like, she's nothing like Halle Berry at all. Are you just saying that because like the skin color or something? And then he says, well, you know, all you gotta do is feed her a couple of cheeseburgers, make her get a little thick, and there you go. I'm like, but she isn't thick, and she isn't eating the cheeseburgers, so thus she's like very lanky and very tall and very skinny, like supermodel-y kind of thing. And again, not shading on Zendaya's look, she's fine. I'm not talking. I wasn't even the one who started this whole debate. If you even want to call this a debate, it was really kind of like we couldn't believe that he was saying that Kirsten Dunst is ugly. Like ugly. You know what I mean? Like, that seems kind of unreasonable because, I mean, just by regular standards, I think she's fine. She's average. Maybe if you want to throw shade at Kirsten Dunst, you could just say that she's like average, especially how she looks in the Tobey Maguire movies. Like she's just an average girl who wants to be like an actress and she fails at it. So I think personally, I think Sam Raimi made the right choice picking Kirsten Dunst. That's just me. You know, because her arrogance at times is her downfall because she thinks like she's going to get so high. Like, remember in Spider-Man 3 where she lost like the acting gig and Toby was like up his own ass when he had the Venom and everything, and he wasn't like listening to her that she lost her job at the acting gig. You know what I mean? Like, I think Kirsten Dunst I think she was fine. I honestly think it was perfect for the role. And honestly, dude, And look, when I talk about like actors and actresses specifically, because I'm straight, I'm not gay in this way. Like I even actresses, dude. I don't base them really off of like how they look. Like, yeah, if they're sexy and they're hot, like that's a bonus. But if they're a good actress, like that's really what I care about more. And I know it's gonna sound kind of like a you know, people aren't gonna like that, especially people on the right, I guess, because I guess I'm a man. So the only way for me to be a man is to be like, oh, well, I just like this one because she's hot. I want to fuck her. And that's it. She's got nice tits. You know, like if I just say like, oh, well, I like this actress because of how she conveys her lines, how she shows emotions in this scene. Like if I try to get detail like that, I guess I'm going to be, oh, you're fucking gay. You're fucking homo. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, I was getting those vibes from Tom, especially. Not the guy who liked Tobey Maguire movie, the guy who liked the Tom Holland movie. I was getting those vibes like, oh, you're looking at their performance? You kind of fucking gay, aren't you? You're kind of fucking baggy. No, I mean, so, like, and like, here's an example, dude, right, of a great actress. What's her fucking name? Do you ever see that movie, 3 Billboards, Ebbing, Missouri? Frances McDormand. And Frances McDormand was in also that movie, the one, what was that fucking movie? Do you guys remember that movie in the snow? Fargo. That's what it was. So, like, Frances McDormand has, like, a great range of acting skills. So, and if we're going to talk about, like, who's sexy and who's hot, you know what I'm saying? Like, Frances McDormand is not, like, the sexiest sex bomb. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, dude. But she's a great actress. So, like, at that point, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, if it's fine if you're just watching it for that. That's fine to turn your brain off to that. But to me, the sexy shit is a bonus. You know what I mean? Like, the acting is important to me. The acting and the moments and the cues and all that. And I have the same standards for the men, but not like I don't need the sexy part because I don't care how if the men are or that. And actually, sometimes like when they push them being like a Tom Holland type, it kind of annoys me sometimes because I feel like Tom Holland is like the equivalent of what I'm talking about, except for men. Like, he has no acting skills, in my opinion, that I have not seen anything impressive. But what he has is like the man boy look. And all the girls go goo goo gaga over him, and so their brain turns off. Like they're just goo goo gaga over him. Like the girls at work, like they literally like don't give a shit about Spider-Man or comics, but like the girl was like asking me about it. Like what did she ask me about the Spider-Man movie? You want to know what she asked me at work? She says, "Does he take his shirt off at all in the movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he does." So he takes his shirt off, I think, one time, and it's a good scene. A good long scene. So, you know, I don't want to say her name, but I'm like, you'll get the eye candy that you're looking for. But that sums it up, bro. Like, the girls are going to see this because Tom Holland is like, you know, like the girls, they like their pop stars and shit, you know, and he kind of has that look. That's what he has going. But acting wise, like if you're looking for acting, like in-depth acting, and for those of you who think he is, like, I don't know. Have you seen movies? Have you been watching movies like for a long time, or you like just come out of the cave and this is like all new to you? Because for someone like me who have seen from obscure actors who are amazing that nobody talks about to the biggest actors who have the talent, this guy does not have any acting talent. I'm sorry, bro. He's just there because he's a pretty boy, and that's fine, bro. Like, I respect that he's capitalizing off it. No, like, sincerely, I'm not saying this to be a smart ass. Like, Tom knows what he has, bro, so he's capitalizing off of that. You know, so good for him. Good for him for doing that. But otherwise, when it comes to acting, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are like leagues above him in the acting field. So I was trying to say before, like, in terms of Zendaya, actually, she's she's actually kind of my type a little bit. I've been with girls like Zendaya. I kind of like that look. But I am a sucker for blondes, so I think that's why I end up more like towards the Gwen Stacy camp. But I mean, you know, I like redheads and everything, but I'm more of I would say I lean more towards Gwen, like Gwen Stacy's look. But like Zendaya's fine, dude. Like she's like Kirsten Dunst average, like pretty normal, and like, you know, she's fine. Like there's nothing wrong with her at all. Like she looks like a girl that you would know in like school. You know what I'm saying? Emma Stone is a bit more above that. Like she does look like they make her look normal in the movies, but she's like she's definitely got a super sexiness that both Kirsten Dunst and Zendaya don't have. But this is crazy, man, because you see, look at this. I'm falling into the same shit that this video was originally trying to criticize. I'm now falling into the same bullshit that I'm trying to make fun of.
You boys are gross.
Right, I'm sorry, bro. I can't help it because I'm a man. I can't help it. But yeah, dude, so I was trying to explain, like, I was saying, like, here's more of the conversation. So I'm telling Tom, the Tom Hollandite, who loves the Tom Holland one and was, like, annoyed that I like the Andrew Garfield version. I was trying to tell him, like, no, I don't have I like Zendaya, like, she looks good and everything, but, you know, she's not that hot. And secondly, what I'm trying to say is I don't like her because I don't like her acting, and I don't like how they portray Mary Jane the way they do in this. Like, I think she's boring. I don't think she's, like, fun at all. And every time she's on the screen, I just want to go to sleep. And then when he was saying that, when I was saying all that, he's like, yeah, but when you're fucking her, you know, and you got her, like, in bed and stuff, you're not thinking about that. You're not looking at her personality. You're not, and I'm like, I didn't even know how to fucking respond to that, because I was kind of like, I mean, yeah, of course, bro, like, any man who's, like, fucking a woman in the process, like, you're just fucking. I get that, but it's like, dude, I'm just talking about acting, movies, characters. We're not fucking Zendaya anytime. So that's completely irrelevant to what I was trying to say. And again, like, it kind of felt like he was implying, like, what are you, fucking gay? You're looking at her acting skills. Why aren't you looking at her fucking tits? Her flat tits and her flat ass and her lanky supermodel body. What's wrong with you? Acting skills, personality. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of the vibes I was getting from it a little bit, and it kind of annoyed the fuck out of me, because, like, out of the three of these women, I think Emma Stone is the best actress of them all. Her dynamic with Andrew Garfield was her dynamic with Andrew Garfield, I thought, was awesome. I don't know why people don't like that. And I'm not talking shit, dude, because I used to not like the Andrew Garfield one that much either. But as I got older, I liked it a lot. So yeah, dude, it was really strange, man. Like this reaction and this kind of hypocrisy. Like, how could you, on the other one hand, say that Kirsten Dunst looks nothing like Mary Jane in the comics, and then on the other hand, say Zendaya is the best Mary Jane we've ever gotten? Now, you know, if he said like just because of her acting skills, or like because he likes the way she acts, I'd be like, that's fine, because there's a lot of times where you like change the sex of a character, or you change like the race of a character, but like the acting is still like great, and it doesn't matter because like they still keep the core of the character intact. So you know what I'm saying on that? But like in terms of Zendaya Zendaya not only doesn't look like Mary Jane, she doesn't have the core of Mary Jane. I don't think of Mary Jane at all when I watch her act. Like, to me, I haven't grown into liking her at all still after this fourth movie that I've seen of the Tom Holland Spider-Man. Like, there's never been a moment where I'm like, oh, you know what? I see why people like Ned, or I see why people like Mary Jane in this. Every time, to me, they just feel like filler. Like Ned is like, even my friend who brought me to the movie theater, he even said like Ned is just a living Marvel joke, like Marvel jokes alive. I kind of agree with that. And I don't like him. I don't like Mary Jane. I think they're boring. They're cliche. And it's just like for cheap laughs. And for Mary Jane, it's like, it's not Mary Jane, dude. Like, you know what? It would have made more sense if they like just made her another girl, like another woman, and like a different name and everything. Like, even if they just made up the new character that Spider-Man falls in love with, and it's this Zendaya character, I think I would be fine with it. Because it's like, well, it's not Mary Jane, it's this new girl that Spider-Man fell in love with. So it's like a different thing. You know what I mean? Because like, at least with like the Emma Stone thing, it was smart that they made it Gwen Stacy instead of trying to do another Mary Jane, because, you know, Gwen Stacy is an actual character in the comics, and you know, obviously they chose it for the tragedy that happens. But at the same time, it's like, it would have been dumb to just do another story with Mary Jane, because we had Kirsten Dunst in 3 movies, and like, then to get a whole new actress to play Mary Jane would be silly. So having a whole new character and a whole new story was the right decision to do for the Andrew Garfield movies. Now, you could argue that you could, I'm wrong, because the Tom Holland movies have like, the first one came out like what, 12 years or 13 years after the third Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. So that's a long time for like people to forget a little bit, but not really. And secondly, again, she doesn't act like a Mary Jane at all. So they should have just made her a whole new character, and you didn't even have to use a character from the comics. You could have just made up a whole new girl for Spider-Man for the movies. And if you just kept Zendaya the same way, I think the believability would have been a little better. But honestly, though, I still wouldn't really like her because she bores me. She's boring. I don't know. She just doesn't do it for me. But yeah, dude, this guy that I'm describing, who was like got really pissed off that I said I like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, like as if I was like personally attacking him. And he didn't even tell me like who he liked yet. Like he said it after me and the guy who liked the Tobey Maguire movie. He said it after us that he liked Tom Holland as a superior Spider-Man. So like, but he got like almost angry when I said that. So like, it's like, you know, why can't I have my own opinion? You know, like, why can't I just be like, bro, I like Andrew Garfield, and you know, I know he's not like everyone's favorite, but I like him for this reason and that reason, and his how he was with Emma Stone. I found it really entertaining as I got older. Like I changed on him, but like, no, it was like taking like a crazy insult or something. It's wild, dude. Like, these are grown adults who are reacting this way, and just the conversations about fictional characters, bro. Like, it's crazy. I think that's why me and the guy who liked Tobey Maguire movie, like, we looked at each other like, this is kind of overkill. And like, this grown man describing Zendaya the way he was even weirder, because like, I mean, I think she's my age now. I think she's 28. Zendaya age. I'll just type that in. It'll know what I'm asking it. All right, so yeah, she's 29, so I guess it's not that weird. Although a little bit, because when she started the movies, right? When she started the Spider-Man movies, she was 18 like Tom. So they were both really young when they started. So it's a little strange because I don't know, dude. It was strange. I don't know what other words to say, but it doesn't matter. You know, like, it's one thing if he just said that he loves her portrayal, he loves the way she acts, but it was like, she's hot, she's got a great face, she's fucking hot. You know, fucking her. When you're fucking her, you wouldn't be thinking of all the acting skills and personality. You give her a few more cheeseburgers, make her a bit more thick, and she's perfect. Like, kind of strange, dude. Kind of strange. I mean, I say some fucking weird things too. I'm not saying I don't, but it was a bit over the top. Like, and especially like just for the atmosphere, like where we were. Like, this wasn't like in a bar. You know what I mean? Like, there were like younger girls around us hearing this. I was kind of embarrassed for them, honestly. I mean, we were laughing about it afterwards, but this is the same dude. One time I was talking to him about Superman 2025 and how I said, like, I ended up like loving the movie. And he's like, that movie, that Superman is kind of faggy. It's faggoty, you know? And it's like, how is it faggy? How is anything he did faggy? I mean, that Ultraman fight, was that faggy, guys? Am I crazy? I mean, that Ultraman fight was like fucking awesome. Am I crazy for feeling that way? And like, there was a lot of cool stuff in the Superman 25 movie. If there's anything faggy going on, it's in these Spider-Man movies and the X-Men cartoon. That's the faggy shit. And he likes that stuff. He told me to watch X-Men. It's been a horrendous show, as you know, I feel. So I guess the definition of faggy is quite subjective. One man thinks Superman 25 is faggy. Another one doesn't. One man thinks Zendaya is a bad actor. The other man thinks, who cares? I just want to fuck her. But you're never going to fuck her, dude. So, like, what's the point of that mentality? Like, even my grandfather, right? My grandpa who, like, I mean, like, now that he's, like, old, he's not really into movies anymore. Like, he's too tired for them. He goes to sleep on them. But, like, big movie guy. And, like, we watched, throughout my childhood and my teenage years, we watched, like, so many fucking movies. You know what I mean? I never heard him talk like that about any of the actresses. Like, sure, like, when there's a sex scene or something, he would say something like, you know, like, goofy or something or weird about it. Like Monster Ball, Halle Berry, the sex scene in that is pretty good. It's crazy. But like, that's normal because it's a sex scene and the movie is telling you that this is a sexual moment and this is how you're supposed to look at it. But I never heard him go out of his way to be like how this guy was talking. Like, he would say like, oh, he'd be like more like me, like looking at her acting. Was it good? Was it bad? Was the story good? You know, like that kind of stuff. And like, even when I was talking shit about Jean Grey, the guy who liked the Tom Holland movie was like, don't say anything bad about Jean. Don't you dare talk about her. And I was like, the worst thing I'm going to say is I don't think that they should have had Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie. And I feel like she hijacked the movie. But like, you're not going to hear me say anything bad about the actress, like who she is. I'm going to say I didn't like this Jean Grey stuff in the movie. You know, like, so like, what's the worst thing I could say? Like, why do you feel the need to control the conversation like that? Like, I'm not going to tell you, don't say this, don't say that. Like, I want to hear what people have to say, even if I don't like it or I disagree with it. Like, but I'm not going to come into conversation and be like, don't you fucking say this. Don't fucking say that. It's like, to me, that's a sign of like intellectual weakness. Just saying, dude. Like, these and these, this is crazy, bro. Like, this is why the country is the way it is, because grown adults can't even like have a rational discussion about stupid comic book movies. And I'm not even just saying that to be fun. Like, not even good comic book movies, bad comic book movies, stupid comic book movies that are really made for like, no offense, not, I mean, I guess it's made for guys, but honestly, I feel like these Tom Holland movies are actually aiming more for the female audience, because like, I'm telling you, dude, the females just love Tom Holland, and it's like, because he looks like a pop kind of guy. Whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. And like, the whole bullshit romance that they have with Zendaya throughout the movies feels more oriented towards the female audience, in my opinion. There's nothing about the dynamic between Zendaya and Tom Holland that I feel is appealing to any man comic book fan. it's just too hallmarky. It's too, sappy. So at least with the Emma Stone one, like she, like the way she helps Andrew Garfield in that, and like, it's very clever. And of course it leads to her downfall. She gets killed, obviously. But their dynamic, like before that debacle, like I feel it, dude. I think they made a great couple. Now, Kirsten Dunst wasn't as like involved with Spider-Man like as Emma Stone was, like the way she helped him in certain instances. But I think they made a great couple as well. Like they looked real well together, and it was believable that he knew her since they were children. Like remember that scene where he's talking to her like, that play when you played Cinderella, it made me cry like a bitch. And she's like, Peter, that was like second grade. And like they laughed about it. But like little stuff like that, like I did actually, and I still feel like it's believable that the Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in the movies had that deep of a connection from childhood. And so them being together feels good, feels satisfying, and it just feels right. That's just how I feel about it. And, the tragedy for the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man losing the Emma Stone character, Gwen Stacy, makes it even more meaningful. What's the most meaningful thing that they played on with Zendaya? That she forgot who Spider-Man is, right? And now, like, they establish in this movie that they're not going to go on to a romantic thing. But even my friend who liked the movie, Brand New Day, he says, yeah, well, one thing I don't like, though, actually, he said at first that he was happy that they're ending the Zendaya thing. But then he said he thought about it more, and he realized that they're actually keeping it more open to interpretation. And he feels like they may actually end up putting them back together in the next movies. And he's not happy about that. Because even my friend who loves the Tom Holland movies, he's not crazy about the whole Zendaya thing either. Surprisingly. Like, that's the truth, dude. So, like, that's from somebody who loves Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, too. He grew up with Tobey Maguire like I did, so he loves Tobey Maguire, too. But, like, there's somebody like that saying that about the Zendaya and Tom Holland dynamic relationship. It's not a good relationship. Like, it feels forced. It feels phony. It feels more like a marketing ploy than, like, a story thing. Really, I'm serious. I really feel that way. But yeah, guys, I'm going on here. So this was not like, but this is still like, that's my opinion about it. And I'm trying to make the point of the video that I'm not shitting on these women as individuals. I think they're all nice. They're all good. But one of them is particularly more talented than the others. But Kirsten Dunst is good too, though. Like, she's got more acting talent than Zendaya. She's been in a lot of movies. I think she's good. I mean, even when she was in that weird movie, Interview with the Vampire, as a child, like, even as a child actress, I thought, like, she was pretty good. Like, that was a weird, creepy movie, and she didn't stick out in a bad way. Like, she was pretty natural and fit in the movie pretty well for a child actress. You guys ever see that with Kirsten Dunst, the Interview with a Vampire, Brad Pitt, and I forgot who else was in it. Was that Tom Cruise? No, Tom Cruise, and damn, it's been a while. But I'm bringing that up because that's like the youngest version of Kirsten Dunst that I saw, and was impressed by the fact that she was able to act so well in kind of a serious horror, weird vampire movie like that. But I've never seen anything of Zendaya, and I've heard that, like, even the girls are not crazy about Zendaya when you ask them about it. Like, one girl that I know, she's like a purist for Odyssey. She loves the Odyssey. Like, she read the actual, like, works, like Homer's stuff, and she likes Percy Jackson, like stuff like that. Like, they did interpretations through Percy Jackson, apparently, which I'm not aware of. Sounds cool. She went to see the Odyssey, and she said it sucked, and she had her reasons for it. She said, like, it's not as good as everybody's making it, and she was excited for it because she loves the Odyssey. And I said, how was Zendaya? And she literally, because she doesn't know my opinion about this, we were just talking, like, off the cuff. And she was like, oh, she just does her thing, like, and then she imitated Zendaya's face. Like, I'm like, damn, dude, based, She's like, that's all she does in the movie. She doesn't really do anything. And I'm like, wow, see, like everyone see, I think most people see like the Zendaya act is not an act at all. It's like, it's just, it's like a bullshit thing. I don't know, dude. She doesn't, I mean, I picked this picture of Zendaya right here where she's smiling with Spider-Man to be fair for this video. And what I mean by that, I mean, I look kind of hard for these pictures because I wanted to get like comparisons. I couldn't get a good picture of Tom Holland wearing a Spider-Man suit next to Zendaya. Like I found Andrew Garfield here with Emma Stone and Toby with Kirsten Dunst in this picture. So that's why I got Tom Holland's face here just to kind of compensate for him missing in this picture. But I wanted it to be a fair look because, you know, I wanted they're like smiling a little bit. They're not like looking miserable. And it's like they're both next to Spider-Man. And these are the best like pictures I could find. So I'm not trying to make it like, and I'm not doing it to be like, oh, this is better, that's better, or that's not better. I just wanted to show you like they're all like fine. But it's just like, to me, it's all comes down, it boils down to the acting and how they portray the characters that they're playing. And the Zendaya one has to be the worst portrayal of Mary Jane. And not just that, like, forget about that. She's just the most boring love interest I've seen in superhero movies. I mean, honestly, bro, this is going to be fucking controversial, actually. She might be as bad. You know what? She might be as bad as the girl who played, the woman who played Lois in Superman Returns. Holy shit, I'm going to piss off a lot of you. Sorry if I piss you off, bro. I forgot her name. Kate Bosworth. The worst Lois Lane I've ever seen, dude. I mean, horrific Lois Lane. You know, I mean, Brosnahan is number 2 for me now. It's between Margot Kidder is number 1, Rachel Brosnahan is number 2, and the animated series number 3, and like the one in like Justice League and the Superman 1990s animated show. And then after that would be number 4, Rachel Adams, but I don't like Rachel Adams's Lois per se, but I like Rachel Adams acting in Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel. If that does that make sense? And Justice League, like, I don't like Rachel Adams Lois, and it's not like just for the superficial reasons, like, oh, she doesn't have the black hair like Lois. You know what I'm saying? It's like the portrayal of Lois. Like, she's great in it though. Like, she's a great love interest with Henry Cavill. I'm not saying she's not. And the emotional scenes, like during when he gets killed by Doomsday and she's crying about it, you know, like fantastic acting on Amy Adams. Did I say Rachel Adams? Amy Adams. Like, Amy Adams is a great actress, but I just didn't like her portrayal of Lois Lane. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, that, and I don't like the Superman and Lois show, so I can't even mention that. Even Terry Hatcher would probably be like number 3. Actually, let me change that. Number 1, Margot Kidder. Number 2, Rachel Brosnahan. Number 3, Terry Hatcher. Number 4, animated Lois. And number 5, Amy Adams. Because Terry Hatcher, even though that 1990s show with Dean Cain kind of sucks and it's kind of bad, Terry Hatcher played a really good Lois. Like, she had that smart ass, pain in the ass attitude that I think Lois is like in a lot of the comics. So yeah, I'm glad I remember Terry Hatcher. She's a great actress, and she played an amazing villain in the Supergirl show, the Daxamite Queen. I fucking love Terry Hatcher in that. But anyway, I digress. I'm getting off topic here, guys. Sorry. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to do in this video. I know there are going to be those of you who don't listen to anything I'm saying, and you're just not even going to watch the video, and you're just assuming this is like some kind of like, oh, who's hotter? You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing, like some kind of like, this is like some alpha thing about like who's hotter than who. No, like, it's a genuine like, whose portrayal is better, whose acting is better. Like, that's really where I'm coming from, and using the story of what happened today at work as an anecdote to kind of back up my principles and how I look at things. You see where I'm going with this? So yeah, you guys, I don't want to drag this out. This was actually longer than I thought it was going to be. I'm sorry. Not sorry, though, because I have to make content for my channel, then I have to talk and express myself. But I want to, you guys in the comment section, if you like what I'm saying, right? Like, tell me, like, what do you feel about this whole Mary Jane thing between Zendaya, Kirsten? Is Kirsten Dunst ugly? Do you agree with what you were hearing about that? Because I don't think she was. Do you think that Andrew Garfield is just so above reproach that even just mentioning the possibility that you like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man should evoke such hatred and such anger? I mean, jokingly, you know what I mean? Like, what do you agree or disagree that the relationship for Tom Holland and Zendaya's Mary Jane and Peter is more oriented and constructed for the female audience? Am I wrong on that? And the relationship dynamics with Kirsten Dunst and Toby is like the basic bare bones aimed towards the male audience, because it's like the nerdy goofy guys gets the girl of his dreams from childhood. And in the Andrew Garfield one it tops that, because it's like a male fantasy. Like, you have all the answers, you don't care, you're doing your own thing, and like you swoop Gwen Stacy, like you pick, you know, you get her, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you do it with such suave, you know, like, you're not like a nerd like the Tobey Maguire one, or you're not a sap cock like the Tom Holland one. You're like a man, like you're just like a ladies bro, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about the Andrew Garfield one. I don't care if you disagree, that's how I feel. I watched it as recently as 2 months ago, and I was like, damn, dude, massive respect for this Spider-Man. He's a fucking man. Just saying. All right, guys, so let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Comment as you see fit. Thank you, guys. Have a good rest of your night.
I need a drink.